Hello! Tonight we are bringing you just another comedy show, live from Portsmouth. We're the show that relies on you, the viewers, to come up with our content. Because who else is equipped to provide such comedy genius? Oh, and we can't afford script researchers, so why not kill two birds with one stone? Coming up on tonight's show, we take another extensive look at why stupid people shouldn't be allowed computers, and Theo on camera 4 will be taking on just another challenge. The Oscars are back and whiter than ever. In honour of this year's ceremony, which is literally only cared about by Leonardo DiCaprio, we're taking a look back at motion picture's funniest women. And finally, tonight is Ladies' Night, so we have a very special guest, Tina Mazangi. Let's get the show started. Tonight, helping me steer the comedy ship is Tina. Thank you very much for joining us.
That's all right.
It's a pleasure to have you here. We'll be speaking more to Tina later on, and of course, she will be taking part in the 30-second wonder bet you can't guess the punchline, and unfortunately, there's no prizes because you can't afford them challenge. Woo! But first, let's see what Britain's intellectually challenged have been using their broadband connection for this week. We'd like to start the show, Tina, by checking in with the public to see what they've subjected their friends and followers to this week. So let's take a look. In 5th place, with award season in mind, I think this person has got slightly confused. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo DiCaprio? At number 4, we have a classic case of blissful ignorance. Who is Steve Jobs? Tweeted from one of his very own iPhone inventions. Number 3 demonstrates why camera phones could be a questionable invention, as this unwitting suspect posts up her lovely blue card details, along with these 3 little numbers. And at number 2, she's back again, only this time with a fresh new cute card, because apparently someone was using her old one. Who would have thought? But in 1st place, we have a delightful mother, son and flying raw egg combination.
While we're playing tennis.
Oh, fuck.
I'm a chief.
No!
When scrolling through your timelines, if you happen to come across one of these delightful gems, please tweet us your findings and it may be used on next week's show. Now, welcome to the show, Tina.
Thank you.
So you are an up-and-coming comedian, of course. What made you choose comedy and how did you get into it?
Well, after failing uni, with a top degree, I thought it was either stripping, marrying an Arab, or comedy. Wasn't any good at the other two, so naturally, I am comedy.
Oh, that's very interesting. This is something I've got to ask all the stand-ups that come on this show. What's the worst gig you've ever played?
Oh, my second gig. Too drunk, 2 naughty friends asking me to go up, MC hammering my way off the stage, fell off, almost died.
Right, well, thank you very much. Now, every week here on Just Another Comedy Show, we like to see just how far we can push our staff before they quit. One staff member in particular. All right, Theo? That's right, Theo on camera 4 is continuing his world tour. He's battled sharks in Australia, trekked the Arctic, and last week joined the ranks of one of the most competitive cheerleading championships in the world. Let's see how the little scamp got on in Just Another Challenge.
Oh, was it this week? All right. Let's get going.
All right, I'm going to boss this challenge. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem, we hope. I've got a reputation, you know, guys. I'm like cool and stuff. Oh. I think I've just worked it out. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
What do you think it is?
Got to draw this nice gentleman naked, yeah?
That's what you're trying to do.
I can't breathe. I didn't come to uni for this.
That's the most action Theo's had in years. Stay tuned because we'll find out how he got on in part 2 of his challenge later on. I watched The Martian last night. It was hysterical, said no one, ever. In all honesty, that film could send you to sleep quicker than Bill Cosby, which is why it came as quite a surprise when Ridley Scott's latest outer space excursion won Best Comedy or Musical Motion Picture at the Golden Globes. Tina and Amy certainly wouldn't have put up with this. With this in mind, and in honour of Ladies' Night, we've taken a look into the world of comedy film to ask, are the funny women of the world always overlooked?
With the rise in popularity, the demand for comedy films has greatly increased.
God help us all. Oh my, come on!
With Zoolander 2, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and the revival of Dad's Army, this year's jam-packed with more laughter than ever.
The jackboot will not tread upon this hallowed land while there is breath in this... Got down the wrong way.
However, this increase has not been reciprocated in the number of female lead roles in comedy.
What are those? They're spanks. Hold everything together. Why? What's gonna come popping out? This is your husband.
Films such as Bridesmaids, The Heat, and Trainwreck, it is difficult to see why there aren't more of these films being made.
Fine being by myself.
These films were nominated for a number of awards, but never won. However, all have made major money in the box office.
It's coming out of me like lava!
We went to ask members of the public to name as many female comedians as they could.
I'm afraid I can't. I should be able to, shouldn't I?
Miranda Hart, Amy Schumer. I think that's it. I don't really know anymore. I only know 2. Sorry.
No, I do. I know them. I know them. I really do, honestly.
No, I can't think of any. Catherine something. I have no idea. Sorry.
Miranda Hart, Dawn French, the one with fuzzy hair. Who are the other ones, dear? My wife.
They follow me.
Will 2016 be the year that female comedians take over? Probably not, but it doesn't mean that we can't try with these new releases. Absolutely Fabulous the movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, and How to Be Single.
No! Emoji!
So Tina, as a female comedian, have you found it harder to try and break into the industry compared to your male colleagues?
Oh, definitely. Like, men get away with murder, and I mean, I've helped men with murder. But I mean, seriously, Frankie Boyle, Fluffy, all those people, they're awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're certainly very entertaining, but there's no reason to say a woman couldn't be as
No, I
funny.
just suppose they're just a bit more scared than men are. There's more men in the industry than there are women, for a reason.
That is true. But in light of that, what would your advice be to girls or older women that want to make it into comedy?
Well, I mean, it's kind of my industry, so I'd advise them not to. But I mean, if they were to, I'd say YouTube isn't your friend. Just go to gigs, like do it properly, and you'll get famous like me, and it'd be awesome.
So is that how you did it then, just kind of getting in?
No, I mean, I'm a big deal, so I just sort of got famous really. No, I mean, yeah, I tried a lot to do it, yeah.
Of course. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Tina. Now, as we've already experienced, it seems anything can break the internet these days, from Kim K's bum to a selfie with Ellen DeGeneres. But never does the World Wide Web teeter so close to the edge of destruction than when rumours fly that the cast of one of the most beloved sitcoms in television history are set to reunite. Of course, I'm referring to Friends, as last night the cast reunited for NBC's All-Star tribute to James Burrows. We sent our handsome, charismatic, criminally underpaid scriptwriter George Stovell to see how excited the general public were about the reunion.
Friends, the show that led 90s teens to believe that they could afford an enormous apartment in Manhattan on a waitress's income. The show remains hugely popular over 20 years since it debuted on NBC in 1994. And whilst our studio gets set for tonight's show, it's last night that I'm more concerned with, because the internet reached DEFCON 1 recently as rumours flew that our favourite Friends were set to reunite, and they turned out to be true. However, maybe not quite in the fashion that everyone had dreamt.
An NBC special aired in America last night, broadcast in honour of James Burrows' 1000th directorial credit. The Friends weren't the only Ava-paired airheads in the room though, as the casts of The Big Bang Theory, Will and Grace and Frasier kept them company. There was devastation, however, for the Chandler Bing fans of the world, as he remained in London, currently starring in The West End. I suppose, despite the fact he couldn't be there, and although it wasn't quite the Friends movie we've all been hoping for, 5 out of 6 isn't that bad.
Where the hell is everybody?
Here I am out on the streets to find myself some true Friends fans and test their knowledge. Are you a fan of Friends?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. Let's test your knowledge, okay?
Oh no, this sounds great.
What is the name of the man that Rachel left at the altar?
Barry.
Correct.
Oh, no clue.
Do you know Monica's high school hockey nickname?
Oh no.
Big fat goalie. Correct. Which is the only friend that Janice has not slept with out of Joey, Ross and Chandler?
That's a trick question. We don't know if she slept with Ross. They spent the night together.
Okay, that's true. Oh gosh, she's besting me. Okay. What's Joey's catchphrase? Easy one.
How you doing? Big fat goalie. Barry, Farber, DDS.
Okay, you're the ultimate Friends fan. No one has got all those questions right so far. There are still true Friends fans out there in the world. As for this reunion, is it even a reunion? Are they all too old? Where the hell is Chandler? Quite frankly, I don't care, because I could not be more excited for it.
Oh, Friends. Tina, I'm sure you've heard that Matt LeBlanc is the new presenter of Top Gear, but what are your thoughts on Jennifer Aniston taking over as host of Cash in the Attic?
A woman on TV? Oh, what a world we live in.
It would be great to see, but unfortunately it was a lie.
Yeah, oh.
Anyway, now it's time to revisit Theo and his boyfriend. Let's find out how they got on.
It's nice, gentleman naked, yeah?
That's what you're saying.
I can't breathe. I didn't come to uni for this. All right. Let's do it. I can't draw, bro. It's just okay. It's just the way you threw it down here. Okay.
That's a good effort, right? That's...
Thanks. Thanks.
What do you think to this, Tina?
Some would say hideous. I would say hideous.
I would say very detailed, apart from the hands.
Yeah,
You know.
obviously.
Did you find the hands quite difficult, Theo? Right. Next week, we'll be sending Theo on another challenge, so make sure you tune in. And Theo, I hope you disinfected your hands before you put them all over our studio cameras. Anyway, now it's time for me to hand over to Dave, the floor manager, to introduce Just Another Comedy Show's headline act.
Yeah, it's not like you just need time to fill or anything. Yes, the headline act, the 30-second wonder. Bet you can't guess all of the punchlines, and if you do, well, you don't get a prize because we don't have any, can't afford any. It's all just terrible. But with this week, we have the wonderful, the one and only Tina Mazangi.
Yes, thank you, Dave. It's game time again, and this time it's the lovely Tina being put to the comedy test. For those of you who don't know, our aim is to find Britain's funniest comic using your tweets with the hashtag #DadJokes. I'll read as many of the public's jokes as I can, and all you have to do is guess the punchline. Pretty simple.
Right, I've got this.
Right, if you don't know an answer, just shout pass and we'll move on.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Can we get the atmosphere set, please? Right, you have 30 seconds. Let's go. What did 0 say to 8?
I don't know, pass.
Nice bell. What did the mushroom say to the fungus?
Fungi?
Yes, correct. What do you call a parade of rabbits hopping backwards?
I don't know.
A receding hairline. What do you call an old snowman?
Water.
Correct. Which dinosaur knew the most words?
Pass.
It's the thesaurus. Who did Frankenstein's monster bring to the prom?
My mum.
His ghoul friend. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
8, 9.
Because 7, 8, 9. Yes, correct. And unfortunately, that is it. That's all we've got time for. Do you think you did pretty well?
Yeah, I bossed that.
I think you did quite well there as well. Let's find out how many you scored. Thank you, Dave. Tina, I can reveal that you scored 3, which puts you just there on the leaderboard of champions.
I mean,
congratulations.
Okay. Take that.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us today. And make sure you tune in next week to see what Theo is stupid enough to do. But most importantly, thank you for generating this week's dose of comedy. See you next week on Just Another Comedy Show.